Good morning, Dukes. My name is Zilahir, and I thank you for joining me today on this morning's episode of JMU's Tech News. Today, we have two very special JMU students joining us. One of them is a very talented and popular dancer, Taylor Landers, and the other is a very intelligent science and technology major, Kelsey Straw.
Thank you so much, Zila. It's a pleasure being on your show this morning.
On today's episode, we're going to be talking about a very controversial topic, which many know as pop-up ads. Because of your majors, I'm sure you're very familiar with social media and the role these have on it. As you know, companies are really benefiting from these pop-up ads all over Facebook. But the users, on the other hand, are beginning to find them really annoying and even invasive. How would you relate to this topic?
Well, I would definitely agree since I'm a user myself and have really felt this way about pop-up ads. As a dancer, it is through social media outlets like Facebook that I'm able to share and connect my dance projects with other people. Most of my news feed, however, is really becoming more of these ads and less of actual things that interest me.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with Taylor a lot on this, Zila. Having enough experience on technology and an ISAT major, I can tell you that social media has become a major part of everyday's life. And these pop-up ads are without a doubt taking over Facebook.
I see. What has been some experiences you have had with these pop-up ads on Facebook?
Many of these pop-up ads, Zila, from my experience, come from online shopping websites that I have looked up on Google and gone on. After spending at least 5 minutes on this website's page, it immediately shows up on my newsfeed when I open Facebook up again.
So you would say the companies are relatively fast on tracing your web history and popping up these advertisements on your newsfeed?
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt.
And what about you, Kelsey?
Well, as Taylor said, Zila, most of these pop-up ads definitely come from websites that have been looked at and accessed from Google. I would say that Google is the company of all companies when it comes to the remarketing of these advertisements, and I can totally see why some of these users find this technique invasive on their privacy.
What about it do you think it makes it feel invasive?
Well, putting myself in their shoes and from my own experience, it almost feels like you're being tracked.
Now, to end, what would you recommend to these companies to improve this technique that is obviously very important to them?
I would say that instead of having many of these pop-up ads show up on a person's newsfeed, to take it down a little. I know social media is critical on getting the message around, but honestly, I'd rather see these sales and reminders on my email instead of on my Facebook feed.
I'd also say to think more about the customer's interest. Just because they visit your website, it does not mean they're for sure interested in your product.
Well, definitely a very tricky topic for both sides. Thank you so much for being on my show today. It has been a true pleasure.
Of course.
Well, Dukes, that is all for today. Until next Monday, and remember,
JMU, Duke.